So Nam-myoho-renge-kyo is it's like a key, it's like a key to our Buddhahood. But what does it mean? Our Buddhahood, or our enlightened state of life. And interestingly enough, this Buddhahood is one of the 10 life states. So in other words, from hell and anger and hunger and, but Buddhahood is one of these life states. So also in each one of these worlds, even in the world of hell, the potential of Buddhahood is inside there. So basically, even at the moment when I am extremely, angry or maybe elated, or I might be concerned, or I might be doing whatever state of life I might be in, but I always have this potential of turning that state of life into Buddhahood. So this means that no one is excluded. Anybody has this potential. And this is really the greatness of the Lotus Sutra. And Nam-myoho-renge-kyo is the title of it. Basically, this becomes a way of life. It becomes a way of life of really transforming whatever state we might be in, whatever karma or often we call it destiny we might have, and to really, not just to change it, but to transform it. And this idea, this teaching of transforming the one state of life into a very high state of life, I think, this is a wonderful, it's a reason to have hope. It's a reason never to give up. It's a reason always to stand up and fight, And so I think it's a dynamic state of life. And this, I think, is what stands behind Nam-myoho-renge-kyo. How does this work? I try to do my best to take care of, to support a number of members in my Buddhist practice. Sometimes, when the situation is very unclear, as to what is the difficulty the other person is having, or how can I encourage him, or, how can I understand his situation? So, of course, we always say dialogue is very important, yes, but we also need wisdom. And so, I usually say, why don't we, chant for a while? I chant for this, I chant for Honzon. I really want to encourage this person. I really want to find the point. Where is the problem? How can I encourage him to overcome whatever it is that's standing in the way, And so after chanting for a while, and then we start talking, and somehow it just becomes clear to me what I should say. If I thought about this only, or if I tried to write it down, it would be one thing. But after chanting about it, there's a completely different point of view, a different understanding, and it all really is, or it was in my life, but all of a sudden it just comes up. It becomes clear, and I can very clearly approach the situation, so it has a value. And it has nothing to do with how much we have intellectually learned or accumulated in knowledge, but how open is our heart for our own enlightenment and for others. In Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, we can really discover this wisdom of the mystic law, which is in our life. In other words, it's not something somewhere outside, but it's really here. And but in order to have it come out, in order to listen to this inner voice which exists in our life, we really have to have this key. We have to have an agent, a catalyst, if you will. And this Nam-myoho-renge-kyo has this function. It has this power. It has this effect in itself. It's this dynamic process.